Okay, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Doing a video for the newest release of Miyo-Modern Debian Edition based on Debian 10 Buster, and this uses the Calamares installer. Oh yeah. I'm going to go over the release notes. Of course, this is a freshly installed system. I've only added the things I need to do for the video. So what we'll do, I'll go over the menu real quick, show you what you get, and it's not much because you need to be able to make it your own, right? So we get a quick link to the file manager, which is PCManFM, the terminal, which is LX terminal. The run command is Rofi. I'll go ahead and click on that. There's Rofi. And by the way, if you're not that familiar with Rofi, let's say you search for, what can I search? I'll do PCManFM. Click on it, and there's PCManFM. And when you open Rofi again, I'm going to use the shortcut. If you notice here, it saves the history, and I hope I can remember how to do this. If you want to clear the history, and after a while you're going to build up several things here the more you use it. I believe it is Shift Delete. Let me try that. That's it. Okay, Shift Delete to clear the history. And another thing, if you don't like this theme that I've chosen to use out of the box, it is a little bright, you might say. Just type in up here in the run command, Rofi, and you'll see here you get some choices, and click on theme selector. And here you have these different themes, and the way it gives you instructions here. Choose a theme. You click on them, click on them to see what they look like. Which one was it? GoPro Blue? Yeah, I almost chose that one out of the box, but I decided to go with the more shocking one. But to adopt that theme, it gives you right here, Alt-A to accept the new theme. So just do that keyboard combination, Alt-A, and it will then have that new theme. So there you go. That's how that works. You can either click outside of the Rofi window to close it, or hit Escape on your keyboard. I prefer to hit Escape because I have one computer. If I don't hit Escape, if I click outside of it, it freezes my computer up. So I hit Escape, but you can, on this one, it doesn't matter. I'll go ahead, I'll just click outside of the keyboard, click outside of the window. Alright, what else do we get? The applications menu. Now, I give instructions in the release notes about this applications menu. If you add applications or remove applications and they don't happen to show up automatically, just come down here to Open Box and click on Reconfigure, and that takes care of it. Okay, so let's see what you get out of the box. You get Featherpad as a text editor, and Nitrogen to choose your wallpapers. I'll go ahead and look at the wallpapers real quick. I didn't include as many this time as I have in the past on these Miyo-Modern editions. I have several different MiyoLinux ones and several of the Deepin wallpapers. Okay. Another thing, this applications menu, I have icons enabled out of the box. If you want a faster menu, then you can turn off the icons and it'll be almost instantaneous. Alright, feather pad and nitrogen. Internet, all you get is Command UI set up to connect to your wireless networks. Sound and video. Now, everything here I have added except Pulse Audio. That came out of the box. That is the only item in this category that you will get when you install the system. And of course you get some system tools, the File Manager, GDebi, LX Terminal, and Synaptic. And in Preferences, just your basic tools. This desktop preferences, that will not work out of the box. I'll go ahead and show you. I'll click on it and nothing's happening. What that is, see, desktop manager is not active. I give an option in the auto start file if you want to let PCman FM control your desktop so that you can have desktop icons. Then you can set that in the auto start file, and then that desktop preferences application will work. I'll go ahead and look at those preferences one last time. Customize look and feel for setting your themes, icons, your mouse cursor, which is going to bring up something here in a little while. Keyboard and mouse monitor settings, notifications, which is the XFCE Notified D notifications. Open box configuration manager, power manager, and Tent 2 settings. Mio accessories, get customized look and feel as root so that you can change the theming and icons of the root account. That's what this one is for. That only affects the root account. Okay? You'll have to go to the normal one here in preferences to do the normal user. Compton on and off, Conky on and off, touchpad controls. I have a special note in the release notes about those three items. Here in the Mio accessories, these are only for convenience and will only affect whether you turn these things on or off. It's just temporary. However, each one of those items does have what's the word I'm looking for? You can control them through the auto start file for, so that they'll either start or not start at system startup. The live keyboard layout, I always leave that on the system because there's some people who need more than one keyboard layout, and this gives them an easy way to switch between layouts. And you still get the panel chooser, which is the same item as right here. Okay? Screenshot, all of these will go into your pictures folder if you take a screenshot. And in open box you get reconfigure, restart, the menu editor, which is obmenu. If you need to edit an item or add something, you can do it right there. However, in a minute we're going to look at the release notes where I give instructions on how to install obmenu-generator, which is what I personally prefer. And we're going to actually install it. And this is where your configuration files are located. Okay? The screen lock is i3 lock. I give instructions in the release files for that. And the exit menu is the MiyoLinux exit menu. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at the, well, I'm going to go ahead and show you the panel switcher. Just for anybody who may not be familiar with Miyo-Modern, this is supposed to mimic the look and feel of Debian. However, it uses OpenBox. So you can switch between efficient mode, which is what we're on right now, that's the Tent 2 panel, or fashion mode, which is supposed to mimic the Debian dock. However, this is actually, it's just simply a an XFCE4 panel that has been made to look like a dock. I prefer the efficient mode, so I'm going back to it. Okay, and whichever one of those you choose, it overwrites the auto start file so that it does start that chosen panel whenever you start the system up. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's look at the release notes. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over briefly some of the release notes. Now you'll find these in the Documents folder. Go to Documents, and here are the release notes. You'll also see a schema PL file and a document about explaining the update notifier and how you can change how often the update notifier will notify you of updates or how to remove it. Now what I did on this release, I made the update notifier into a deb package. So it's much simpler. If you want to remove it, you can remove it, no problem. Just sudo apt-get remove Mio update notifier. Instructions are in that file right there, okay? So let's go ahead and open these release notes, and I'll go over them briefly because I want to get to the section where I explain about the deepen mouse cursor and how to install obmenu-generator. Let's see if I can make these fonts a little larger. I'm going to go up to 12. I'll make this a little bigger. Okay. Live user notes are there. They're left on there for anyone who might need them when they're trying the system live. Give some keyboard shortcuts. Alright, the Papyrus folder script, I have begun to always include that in every release so far since I've been releasing, I guess, the last 2 or 3 releases of MiyoLinux that I've done. That allows you to change the color of the Papyrus folders if you want to. You don't have to, but I give instructions how to do that. I give instructions about the right-click menu, which I talked about earlier, so I'm not going to cover that. I tell how to activate the firewall. Not going to talk about that. I already talked about the update notifier. Just look at that file that I pointed out earlier. Regarding the system tray in the dock, let me go ahead and switch back to that. I should have left it. And all this is the system tray in the dock, just to kind of keep the look a little more consistent. See this little, if you see my cursor moving down here on that little arrow, I have the power manager icon hidden, and the Conman UI icon is hidden. So if you need to get to them, just click on that little arrow, okay? Notes about the lock screen. I give some general information on how to use the lock screen if you're unfamiliar with i3 lock. Very simple. The Mio accessories, I've already talked about that, how 3 of those Mio accessories are just there for convenience. They're not there to make permanent changes on your system. Okay, how to install obmenu-generator. Now, I tried to provide obmenu-generator out of the box, and I could not. This was built with live build, Debian's live build. I could not figure out how to do it. I needed to run some hooks, and let's just say I couldn't figure it out. So I included instructions on how to install obmenu-generator. So we're going to do that real quick. It's very easy, very quick. Alright, here we are. Now this is going to take just a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do, I'm going to cover my face. So we need to create, number one, we need to create a folder in the config folder and name it obmenu-generator. So let's do that. Go to your home folder, right click, show hidden files, go to config, and right click and create a new folder and call it obmenu-generator. Okay? Alright, we've done that. Step one. Make sure the dependencies are installed. Now, you already have Build Essential on here, but I wanted to include that just in case somebody might download the release notes and they may not be using Miyo-Modern, but they'd like to be able to install obmenu-generator. Now, these instructions work on Debian, Devlin, and the last time I tried it on Ubuntu, they worked. Now, there was one item that I left off of here. It's already included. Hopefully somebody's watching this. If they're not trying to install this on Miyo-Modern, because it's already included, but maybe you have a really bare bones open box system. This package will probably not be included on such a small bare bones system. And that package is libgtk2-perl. Okay? What that does is that supplies the icons. If you don't have that package, you won't be able to have a menu with icons. Okay? So I'm just going to copy and paste this into the terminal. Open up a terminal and paste it in there. And as you saw, Build Essential is already in. libgtk2-perl is already in there. But it is going to install the other two items, so I'm going to hit enter, because yes is the capital letter, so just hit enter. And it's going to install the packages, and after that we'll move on. Sorry, I'm not a good conversationalist when stuff like this is going on. So you'll have to just sit here and be bored along with me while these things are installing. Come on, baby. And I don't have the fastest internet speed, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Getting close. Getting closer. Getting closer. Or maybe not. Alright, we're setting up now. We're almost there. This part here takes the longest. Everything else goes pretty quickly. So basically all you have to do is copy and paste all these commands that I've provided. And in just a moment we're going to have the obmenu-generator menu instead of the one that comes out of the box. Now you don't have to do this. If you're satisfied with the one that's provided out of the box, by all means continue using it. but I am a huge obmenu-generator fan. And I just wanted to go through the process to show you, if you've never installed this before, it's actually very easy. Come on, baby. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and copy the next command. Well, no, I'm going to wait because I want you to see something. Alright, we're finished. Now, these next two commands, do not use su or sudo, okay? For this command here and this command, just copy them and paste them exactly like they are, one at a time, okay? Copy that one and paste it in there and hit enter. Alright, let's do the next one. Copy, paste. That's done. Now for the next ones, we do use su or sudo for the next 5 commands and do them one at a time. Let each one finish before you go on to the next one, okay? So we're going to do this first one. Copy. Paste. Do the next one. Copy. Paste. And this one takes just a moment. Alright, that one's finished. Do the next one. Usually these next couple of commands, they won't do anything. They'll already say that they're the latest version or whatever. But I still like to, yeah, up to date, I'm sorry. I still like to do them anyway. Alright, one more. Alright, the last command, do not use su or sudo. Without su or sudo, enter the final command. And what this does, this generates the menu. And you see that -I right there? That will give you the menu with icons. If you don't want icons in the menu, do not use the -I, just use obmenu-generator -P. And when the menu is generated, you can change that from within the menu itself if you decide you do or don't want icons after you've generated the menu. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that. Hit enter. And as you see here, a dynamic menu has been successfully generated. Alright, so let's try that out and just see if it really did create a new menu. Oh dear, what did I do? Alright, here's the new dynamic menu. Now, the only issue now at this point, some of these items aren't going to work, such as this run command here. Oh dear, that didn't work. Now, I give instructions in the release notes on how to fix that, or you can use that schema.pl file that I provided, which has everything already set up. But there is one thing we need to do, and I cover this in the release notes. Here in the config folder, you need to go to the obmenu-generator folder, click on it, and now we have it populated with these items right here. This file right here, config.pl, you need to open that. No, don't worry, this is all in the release notes. Open it with your text editor. And I give line numbers. I don't need the line numbers, so I'm not going to turn them on. You need to come here where it says which editor to use. Unless you're going to change over to Genie or Genie, however it's pronounced. Probably Genie because it has that little lamp. I don't use it myself. But if you're going to use Genie, then just leave it like that. But if not, Featherpad is the editor that is used out of the box in MiyoLinux Modern. So stay within these quotation marks and just put Featherpad, or whichever editor you're going to use. It has to know which editor you're using on your system so that it can open certain items from the menu with the editor. After you change that, come down here to the terminal. And I'm going to change that to LX terminal. That's the default terminal in Miyo-Modern. Save the file. And now it will open items that call for those, whether it's the, let's open a open box auto start. See, now it'll open. Before it wouldn't have opened. I should have shown that before, but I didn't. Now, several of these things, like the lock screen, that's not going to work. You would have to edit that from the schema.pl file. Exit's not going to work. I think some of these things you can choose, like file manager. I think it opens up that XFCE4, yeah, where you can choose your file manager. Or what we can do is open up another window here of the file manager, go to our home folder, go to the documents where we have that schema.pl. Now I want you to take a look. This is the default obmenu-generator menu. All of these items will be, when you add or remove an application, it's going to take care of it for you. You don't have to edit config files. So you see what that menu looks like. What I'm going to do, I'm going to rename this original one just in case something crazy happens. I'm going to name it schema.pl.backup. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to copy it and paste it in here. And now let's see what the menu looks like. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. You get all the, everything works now out of the box, the lock screen, exit, you've got a screenshot. Now I do want to point out, if you switch to obmenu-generator and you use this schema.pl file that I've provided, any of these screenshots will no longer go in your pictures folder. They're just going to appear in your home folder. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take a screenshot real quick and show it to you. And let's go to the home folder, and there it is right there. I don't have any kind of picture viewer installed right now, or I would open that up. So it shows up in your home folder now. Okay, I could not figure out how to get that to work where it would automatically go to the pictures folder because of how obmenu-generator does some of their coding. Alright, and the other item I wanted to discuss. Normally, in the past with Miyo-Modern, I have been providing the deepen cursor. Now, out of the box, the deepen cursor that comes with the deepen icons will not work. I've tried it. It's not just on Miyo-Modern. I've tried it on various distributions. And the only one that it works out of the box on that I'm aware of is Debian or a Debian like the Arch-based Debian. It works on those as long as you have the Debian desktop environment. Well, I was messing around and figured out a way to get it to work. However, since this was done with live build and I'm still learning how to use live build, I never could get it to work. I tried every trick I could think of to get it to work and could not get it to work. However, if you want to use the Debian cursor, I'm going to show you real quick what you need to do. Alright, I didn't upload them yet. I'm going to upload the cursors to the SourceForge site there in the in the Miyo-Modern Debian version folder. I'm going to upload those cursors along with the instructions, but I'm going to show you real quick all you need to do. And when I say all you need to do, it's a little more involved than that. Okay, I already have the when you install obmenu-generator, you'll have this extra obmenu-generator folder in your home folder. You can just delete that. You don't need it anymore. Okay, I already have the cursors. Here they are. These are the Debian cursors. Alright, now you need to do this. For some reason, I can only get it to work if I do this first part as a normal user. So let's go ahead and open another window. Let's go to the file system root and go to user, share, icons. Now this is going to sound crazy, but this is the only way I could get it to work. And how I discovered how to do this, don't ask me. I just did it one day. Okay, see this Adwaita folder right here? That has some cursors in it. So what we're going to do, we're just going to, as a normal user, copy that Adwaita folder and put it over here. And it'll take just a moment. Okay, now to me it's easier just to open another window of that same one. And what we're going to do, we're going to first open the Adwaita folder and we're going to remove everything except this cursors folder and these two theme files. Alright, so let's just do that. Before I do this, I'm going to show you I don't already have the Debian cursor on here. In fact, I removed the Debian cursor from the Debian icons because it doesn't work. Mouse cursor, see there is no Debian. Alright, just to show you that it does work. Alright, we're going to remove everything except the cursors folder and these two theme files. So let's do that real quick. I got most of it. Let's get rid of, well here, let me just do this. If you don't know what I did right there, I held down the control key while I clicked on those folders. Alright, so all we're left with now is the cursors folder, the cursor theme file, and the index theme file. Open the cursors file. and remove every one of those cursors. So I'm going to select all, remove. Now I'm going to come over here to my cursors. These are the deepen cursors that you're going to download. I'm going to select all. I'm going to copy and paste them over here. Alright. Now here's the very important part. On the cursor theme, you can open this. You're not going to do anything to it. You're going to leave it exactly like it is. Don't touch it. However, on this index theme, open that. And whatever, we need to change the name of the main folder, which is Adwaita. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to change that to Deepen Cursor. Alright. Call it whatever you want to. That's what I'm going to call it. But whatever you call it, you're going to need to change the name inside that file I was just looking at. So I named it Deepen Cursor. Here in the index theme, open that with your text editor. And right here at the name, change that to whatever you named that folder. I named it Deepen Cursor. Save it. Close it. And what I'm going to do, I am now going to open the file manager as root and move those into the user share icons. Okay, where were they? Desktop. Deepen Cursor. Got all that in there. Copy. I haven't set the look and feel of the root account yet. User share icons and paste it in there. And there it is, Deepen Cursor. Now I will choose that from Customize Look and Feel. I'll choose the Deepen Cursor. There it is. Alright, apply it. And you'll have to log out and log back in, so that's what I'm going to do. And I will be back in just a moment to show you that the Deepen Cursor, that's what you need to do if you want to use it. Maybe it's too much trouble, I don't know. But I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back, and as I hope you can see, we now have the Deepen Cursor working. Now after you do that, if you want to, you can go in and remove that index theme file. For some reason, when you first use the cursor, when you first choose it, it has to have that index theme file. I'll show you what I'm talking about, in case you don't remember from what we were doing just a few minutes ago. User share icons, Deepen Cursor. After you've chosen the cursor and logged out and logged back in, then you can come in and remove this index theme file if you want to. If you leave it in there, it's going to show you when you go to Customize Look and Feel. Let me show that to you. If you go to the icon theme, see, it's going to show Deepen Cursor as an icon theme choice. So you can either leave it in there and understand that's going to be there and it won't it's going to kill your icons. Or you can remove it, and that'll take care of that. It'll remove it from the icon theme choices. Alright, so that's it. This is Miyo-Modern Debian Buster Edition. And before I leave, there's one final thing I want to say. Let me pull up those release notes again. At the end of the release notes, let me spread that out a little bit. Oh, good grief, let me just do that. At the end of the release notes, I have a special acknowledgement. Many thanks go out to my friend Esnix for his wonderful live build tutorials. I had messed around with live build in the past, and I could never get a customized ISO produced. I could produce an ISO, but not, I could never figure out how to customize it. And thanks to Esnix and his tutorials, it finally clicked with me, and I want to thank him. He's been a good friend to me, and if you'd like to learn how to use live build, watch his tutorials, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot from Esnix. He's a great guy, very helpful. All of his videos are helpful, and Esnix, if you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate it. So with that, I say I hope you enjoy the system. I hope it works well for you, and I hope you guys have a great week. Take care, okay? Thanks. Okay, hello everyone, if you're still watching. As has become my custom, when I make a release, I try to celebrate it with a celebratory song. And I think this will maybe be my last celebratory song for a release. I think it's kind of run its course. It's probably going to be the final one. But never say never. However, at this moment I am planning for this to be the final celebratory celebration of a release. And though I've celebrated with the toy guitar, and I did break out the cell phone keyboard one time, I thought if this is going to be the final celebratory celebration, I should do it in style. And what better style could there be than a plastic recorder? Oh yeah, a recorder. So to celebrate this momentous occasion, and I'm not going to name the song that I'm playing, hopefully you'll recognize it. I will link in the description below, I will link to the original song, just in case you don't recognize it. But to celebrate this momentous occasion of the release of Miyo-Modern Debian Edition, which uses the Calamares installer, here is the mystery song on the plastic recorder. And I'm going to back away a little bit because I don't want to blast your ears out. Get prepared. I don't know if you'll have to turn the volume down or not. So here we go. So there you go. I'm sorry I got too tickled. There you go. Thanks for watching if you hung around this long, and I hope you enjoy using Miyo-Modern Debian Edition. And Esnix, thank you. You guys take care. Have a great week. See you later.